I am Rosemary Novelino Mearns, otherwise known as Rosie.
Hi, I'm Paulette Brown Ernstoff.
My name is Oksana Wojnowski-Bazilewski.
I'm Sharon Rich Wendrow.
I'm Leni Anders.
Maria Posey.
I'm Ann Buchanan Showy.
Easter, Easter, Easter.
Well, although I was at the music hall a very short time, there were many memorable moments. I lived at the last stop on the D train in the Bronx. So I did the Easter show, which entailed 5 shows a day, 7 days a week. So I had to leave by 8 in the morning, and I didn't get home until midnight. And of course, the highlight of the Easter show was the Easter pageant. And we were costumed in long robes and big headdresses and carrying lilies. And we had 4 minutes to get out of those costumes into the ballet costumes to do the ballet number. And therefore, we had a small quick change room on the side of the stage. And all 24 ladies were crunched in there doing the quick change to the ballet costumes. And since it was such a quick change, we all had our pointe shoes on with big white wool tennis socks over them to do the pageant. Well, at that point, I had 3 inflamed toes, 2 on one foot and 1 on the other. So the foot that had the 2 inflamed toes, I didn't put the pointe shoe on because it was too painful. So I kind of limped my way through the pageant with 1 pointe shoe and 1 foot in the white sock. So that in that 4-minute period of change, I had to also put my pointe shoe on. It was really quite something. We also did a finale for the Easter show. And as Janice mentioned before, the 3 elevators and the turntable. Well, this finale, the elevators were all in the basement, and all of the Rockettes and the corps de ballet ladies were on the turntable. And it was to come up and then rise up, and the turntable went around, and we're all sitting there in big, pretty dresses, and we had bouquets of flowers, and when we came around to the front, there was a little button, and we'd push it, and the light would go on in the flowers as we came around. And the chorus was on the sides of the stage. Well, one day, the elevators didn't work. And all the audience saw for the entire finale were the singers on the side and a big hole in the stage. I cannot even imagine what the audience thought when they just saw a big hole. And that was it.
Hey, Sharon, go.
To add to that, we also did 5 shows a day, 7 days a week for the Christmas show, which included the Nativity, of course. And again, we had our sweat socks, the animals, yes. We had our sweat socks over the toe shoes for that show as well. And the added little enjoyment of that particular time was the fact that all of the animals did their business all over the stage, and the stage hands had very little time to sweep up. And again, the ballet came on first after the Nativity. They just had a small little break, and so we were out there slip-sliding away in our little sugar plum costumes, pointe shoes on, skid. It was a lot of fun.
So lovely. It is for the ballet. It's really nice. You know, we've forgotten about talking, and it's very important. Way back then over there, we were talking about a month's work and how much, it was awful, and we needed the rest. We had a week. And of course, the week consisted of 3 days that were really yours forever. And the other 4, you had to be back in rehearsal anyway, because you were so you didn't really have the time off. But those first 3 days were gold. You really wanted those days. You needed them. And you could be called, all 8 girls were on call, because we were 36 girls, so 8 of the girls were always on rotation, but 28 on stage, but 36 girls. So the girls who were on holiday, resting, were really understudies. They could call you in the next day, and you had to go back into the ballet. You had no choice, so you hid. I got on a plane and went home to Maine. I didn't want them to find me because if they could find me, I was back at work. So what would you do? Well, you didn't answer the phone. You didn't look at the telegram that was slipped under the door. You didn't. You were incommunicado. But sometimes you had to call in to find out your call when you had to come back for the rehearsals. And as soon as you were on the phone, they had you. So what you did was you asked for yourself. I would say, I'd like to speak to Janice, please. And they'd say, wait a minute. Oh, no, she's not here now. Oh, when do you expect her? Oh, Thursday at 10 o'clock. I'll call then. Thank you very much. You had to do something to save yourself. Otherwise, you'd be working all the time. Oh, it's really a very nice system they had there.
She'll do that.